Hi everyone, Christian here. I have received a few requests from, actually many requests from some of you to show my whole camera setup here in the video. It seems like a lot of people like the setup, so I'm creating this quick video to show you exactly how I come up with this quality of broadcast. So as you can see, if you notice on this setup, that I am very much in focus, very sharp. I have highlights here on my hair, right here. So you can see the light here. What that does is it separates me from the background. If you notice, the background is also quite blurry, right? It's called shallow depth of field in photography, and it's what really makes the subject pop out, you know. So let me show you real quick what I do here. If you notice, I have like this, like a little light as well. This is a ring light that I use for doing portraits of people. In this particular case, it really is just a prop. Although it's turned on, I don't really use it. It's just for like, visuals, for aesthetics. Um, because when you see it, you can kind of like, oh, he looks like he could be a photographer. And then I have this little camera here, strategically positioned in the corner right here. I could maybe I should probably like turn it that way so you can see it. Um, and so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you exactly how I'm able to achieve this. I'll show you my light setup, more importantly, and my camera and my computer setup. So I'm going to use this phone here, and I'm just going to switch view. Let me see, turn the camera on, and let me see, iPhone with camera. There you go. All right, so let's start with, so this is, it's right here, and I have my laptop set up here. If you notice, the laptop's actually quite far from me, right? And the reason I do that is that, and then here's a camera that I'm using. It's my DSLR camera. This is really what gives it that shallow depth of field, the blurry background. So I'm using a digital camera with a lens that has a 1.8 f-stop. So which means it's a really fast lens. Um, the lower the number is, the more shallow depth of field you get. Okay, so that's where the camera is. And the reason the computer is actually that far from me is that when I'm speaking, I like to look at the computer screen, and if I position the screen just right under the lens, it looks like I'm actually speaking to the lens, to the camera. So even though right now I am looking at my computer screen, looking at myself, to make sure I look good, it doesn't seem like I'm looking somewhere else. So it's strategically positioned right under the lens. So when I look at the screen, looks like I'm speaking directly to the camera. And then to light my my face, I'm actually using this like little LED light that I got from Amazon. So really pretty small if you look at it right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna create put a link um, with this video to show everybody how I where I bought it, the exact one that I'm using right now. Okay, and then to create the light right on my shoulder to create the highlight is this is actually what I have as a backlight. So that is an LED panel that I also bought on Amazon, and then I have like all these light stands. So if you're able to like create something like this, I know it's kind of a complicated setup, but if you're doing a lot of videos, especially lately, if you really are doing this on a regular basis, I would say that the investment actually is, it's a really good investment, I believe. So, I mean, it doesn't really cost much. It used to be much more expensive many years ago, but these days, not so much. So, again, you don't really need this one. Oh, this one, you don't really need that. It's just for props. You can put something else. But and then as far as the camera, let me switch that again. As far as this camera is connected by a HDMI cable into my computer. And And I bought this like really fancy, not well, not fancy, but really small gadget. Um, I'm gonna also include the link for this one. But basically, this one takes care of the processing, um, making sure that the camera is converted into a webcam. So it takes all the processing power of the laptop. So it helps it process faster. Because sometimes if you just put it here directly. Sometimes the laptop is not powerful enough, and you will see like some freezing, frozen frames somewhere. So it does take a lot of the load from the laptop. Also, one very important thing is that I'm gonna actually switch back to camera here because I don't do this anymore. One very important thing that I also do is to make sure when you're doing live streaming, especially, is to connect the laptop computer um, straight to your internet connection, which means I'm not using Wi-Fi. I'm actually using a cable, internet cable. So, I bought this like really long Ethernet cable to connect the computer directly to my router upstairs. So it's a 50 feet cable, so it actually goes through the stairs all the way up. I think that's it. And just when you're framing your video feed here, just make sure that the light's good. You make adjustments. The great thing about this light in front of me is you can actually adjust the temperature. Like right now, it's on the cool side, but you can actually convert it to a warmer temperature. I'm gonna do that right now. So I don't know if you will notice here, but look at the light right now for me. When I change it to the warmer side, you will see that I will be a little bit more reddish, more orangey. So it'll give me more tan. So I'm gonna switch it right now. So there. So I think it's noticeable, right? So you can make yourself uh, more tan. Like right now, I'm more tan. Or you can put it somewhere in the middle. So it's really up to your taste. So I'm gonna put it back. There you go. So I think that's about it. Any other questions? Just write the questions down in the note below, and again, I will provide the link to all these slides where I bought them, mostly on Amazon. And then I hope this helps. And and then if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay. Bye bye.